Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I am the Gothic Rose, and this is a channel where the news meets conspiracy theories. It makes babies in my brain, and it comes out my mouth. If this is your type of content, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and hit that bell, because I am not going to stop. There today. Just right now, if you look in the news, Pizzagate has popped up again because of the Epstein files. People are still talking about the moon landing being faked. People talk about 9/11 being an inside job, the JFK assassination. There are so many. But conspiracy theories are a belief or explanation that suggests events or situations are secretly manipulated behind the scenes by powerful groups or individuals, often with sinister motives. So these theories typically challenge the official or mainstream narrative. Now, the key traits of conspiracy theory involves intentional deception or cover-ups, often includes powerful actors, governments, corporations, and secret societies. Conspiracy theories can be based on real events, but extrapolated with speculative or unproven claims. More examples: JFK's assassination was orchestrated by a cabal, the moon landing was faked, or Hollywood elites are part of a secret occult network. A Mandela Effect. This is a phenomenon of a false collective memory, and many Gen Jones, Gen X, and elder millennials have experienced this phenomenon, including myself. So, this is where a large group of people remember something differently from how it actually occurred, and it's named after Nelson Mandela because if you, like me, falsely apparently remembering him dying in prison in the 1980s when in fact he was released in the 90s and then later became the president of South Africa. And if you were as shocked as I was, that is a Mandela effect. There's also the Monopoly man not ever having a monocle, Fruit of the Loom not having a cornucopia. I mean, some really, really weird things. The key traits involves collective false memories. No malicious intent, just quirks of human cognition. It's often tied to pop culture or historical details. Oh, here's a good one again: the Berenstain Bears versus the Berenstein Bears. I remember clearly the E. And Luke, I am your father from Star Wars, not being the actual line. Also, now, mirror, mirror on the wall was apparently not the line in Snow White, although that is clearly what I remember. It is now magic mirror. So it's very, very strange. But I want to know if a Mandela effect is a conspiracy theory designed by the government to create a false memory, but it was there. Because how can thousands and thousands of people, even millions of people, remember the same event that they're telling us never happened? It can't possibly be false. It just can't. I mean, I clearly remember the Monopoly man having a monocle. I clearly remember the Berenstein Bears, not Berenstain Bears. It's very odd. And I've talked about a lot of these before, and some of them I have debunked, but I can't debunk a lot of them. And another one that's getting me is the moon landing, because if you look at NASA right now and the pictures that they have of the night sky on Mars, Mars is farther away than the moon is from Earth. The moon is part of Earth's orbit. Why wouldn't we see stars? We would see more of the same stars that we see on Earth, something similar to what they're showing us on Mars, but we saw nothing. So some people say that that was Stanley Kubrick directing it, and we'll never know, because if you've ever seen Eyes Wide Shut, I saw it in the theaters, fantastic movie, there is a mysterious 23 minutes missing from that film. Apparently, Stanley Kubrick had it in his contract that you couldn't change any of the film while he was alive, and then strangely he had a heart attack and died, and then the movie was released and this 23 minutes is missing, which just makes me think there might be clues about that in the Jim Carrey movie, The Number 23. So, could a Mandela effect possibly be a conspiracy theory designed by secret societies, governments, Hollywood, whatever it is, to try to convince people that things did not happen, that happened to see how much control they have over us? We're going to continue this discussion in another episode of Mandela Effects versus Conspiracy Theories. For now, thank you for joining me in the den. Don't forget to add your voice, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. If you've got something to say, send me an email at welcometothedenpodcast@gmail.com.